I don't want to offend anybody, so let me just leave it up.
You're a hoarder. Everyone belongs.
So sorry.
Yeah.
So sorry.
I just have a preference of if I can't see the fucking floor, not coming in the house. That's just what the fuck it is.
Okay, 3, 2, and 1. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Welcome back to Fictionally Unstable, because real life's not dramatic enough.
With your hosts, Jessica,
Maciel.
And Lauren.
That doesn't sound good on your guys' end.
It wasn't good.
It's not good.
Okay.
To start off, it wasn't good.
I've never read Freida McFadden before, so I didn't think it was bad. Well, personally.
We gave you not a great one to start off on.
Oh, okay.
The Housemaid's better.
The Housemaid's
okay.
way better.
Way.
Which is good.
Which we are doing that one, right?
We're doing the movie, but if you want to read the book before, I would recommend it.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's good because I don't know if the
it's a quick read, right? Most of it's a quick read.
Very fast. Okay, yeah. It's really fast. Okay. And her book is like The Housemaid. At least for me, I couldn't put it down. I finished it in a day because I was like, this is good.
There was never like a slow part to me in The Housemaid. It was always something was going on. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, today we're talking about The Intruder by Freida McFadden that just came out last month in, September?
I think it was September.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This, I guess, do you have like the book description? You can read that, I guess, first.
I can pull it up.
There's a woman named Casey.
Yes, this is Bree's first. Whoa.
Hi, Bree.
This is Jess's. Bree's not here. This is Jess's first Freida McFadden book.
Yeah.
This is mine and Maciel's.
We've probably read all of them. Yeah.
I think I've only missing like a couple that I haven't read.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Freida McFadden pumps out like 4 books a year.
Literally.
She's like a Stephen King.
Yeah.
Stephen King also does a lot.
Stephen King's are way longer. And
So, synopsis for The Intruder. It's about a former teacher named Casey that takes in a mysterious blood-covered teenage girl named Eleanor during a hurricane. The two are isolated in Casey's remote cabin. Give me a second. Okay, yeah, I was like, let me make sure the spoiler is not in the synopsis. The two are isolated in Casey's cabin, but Casey's initial attempt to help quickly turns into a deadly game as she learns the girl has a dark secret and will kill to protect it. The story unfolds by shifting between the present, where Casey and Eleanor are trapped together, and the past, which reveals Eleanor's traumatic upbringing and the events that led her to Casey's cabin. Or so they say.
Yeah.
Or so they say.
Okay, so to start, I broke this up into 3 sections with discussion questions in between each one.
Okay, cool.
So we're introduced in the beginning to Casey, who is living alone in a remote cabin in New Hampshire. She is an independent woman that is seemingly cautious due to her past. She was fired from her previous job, but details are not yet revealed on what her job was or why. The only other resident near Casey is her neighbor Lee, who Casey describes as a little creepy, but for the most part is kind to her and tends to offer his help to Casey. Casey's cabin, her roof is needing repairs and a storm is about to hit, so she has her sleazy landlord Rudy come out to make the repairs. However, he attempts a sexual advance on her, but Casey drops him on his ass, I'm pretty sure is what happened. Because she knows self-defense. And he leaves without repairing the roof. That night, the storm hits and Casey sees a strange face outside of her window. She goes to investigate and finds a young girl hiding in her tool shed, covered in blood and clutching a knife. Casey brings the girl inside and then is eventually able to get her name, which is Eleanor. This story alternates between present day and flashbacks to before, narrated by Ella. Ella grew up in a dysfunctional home, raised by her abusive hoarder mother, Desiree. Ella faces constant neglect, bullying at school, and often finds herself in detention due to stealing. Examples of some neglect that she says in the beginning is that her mom clutters Ella's bedroom. So Ella came home one day to find a giant fish tank on her desk that she uses to study, but no fish in it. So it takes up her room. Their washer dryer is broken and her mom won't fix it. And so Ella can't wash her clothes. Also, one day, Ella comes home and finds water bottles stacked behind the front door, and her mom refuses to let her throw anything away. That night, I think, the night she finds the water bottles, Ella's mom is going out on a date. And ever since Ella was little, every time her mom goes out, she locks Ella in the closet. This time when she locks her in the closet, there is rotting food in the closet that she finds. And there's no light in the closet either, so she can't see anything. During Ella's chapter, we also meet her bully, Anton Peterson, who calls her Smella because she smells. However, she later befriends him after she finds him in a fight with another kid that pulls a knife on Anton. Ella rescues Anton by hitting the kid in the head with a rock, and then they run away to Ella's house. When Anton goes to Ella's house, he doesn't judge Ella. He thinks her house is cool, and then they bond. He lights one of her mom's cigarettes just as her mom is walking through the door, but Anton sneaks out before the mom can see him. The mom blames and punishes Ella for lighting the cigarette and then burns her arm with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the first half of all the character introductions and where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts?
Her mom's disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
A hoarder, a bitch,
Yeah.
bad mother.
Bad
Terrible
mother. Not even just a mother, a terrible human being.
Yeah.
The hoarding is disgusting. It's so disgusting.
When the rotten peaches scene was being described in the closet, I could vividly see that, and I was getting so grossed out just picturing it, like the worms inside.
She said it was like a sickly sweet smell too.
Yeah.
And she can't see anything, so all she's just like smelling is that.
Gross.
And you have that many water bottles that you can't open your front door.
Yeah.
Like,
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so gross.
Terrible.
Yeah.
And then also too, what is the landlord's name again?
Rudy.
Yeah, it'd be on fucking site. You need to fix my fucking roof.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you're doing,
Right.
but you need to get your ass on that ladder and fix my fucking roof.
And I think, does she ask about staying somewhere or something? Like a bed and breakfast or something like that? And is it Rudy who like recommends that she could go to Lee's house? Does he recommend that?
I don't remember.
I don't remember, but at some point, Rudy does try to call before the phones are cut off. And he's like, hey, like, I actually am worried about you. Maybe you should go stay at this hotel. And she's like, oh,
That's
yeah,
what
just
it
tell
was.
me the address.
And then it
But then
cuts off.
the phone's cut off.
Okay.
How
that's what it was.
convenient.
Yeah, how convenient.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lee is the one that suggests she come over to his place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of her roof and the tree and whatnot.
Yeah. How would you have responded if you were in Casey's situation when she found Nell in the shed? Sorry, Eleanor in the shed.
I would have been like, okay, walking away.
It depends. Like if it was just a scared kid, I would probably bring them in, but I'd be very, very cautious. Now, if I see her holding a knife
With
and
blood all
she
over
has
her?
blood all over her, like you can stay right there, ma'am.
Well, also, Casey has a gun, she said. And I'm like, why didn't you just grab your gun and just have it on you? Like the whole
All
time.
times. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty stupid. But yeah, I would not be like, all right, there's a little girl with blood and knife on her. I'm just going to bring her into my house.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but
Before you learned any major twists, did you have any theories that you came up with about who Eleanor was and what may have happened with her?
I figured with her being a kid that she probably escaped from something. Like, I don't think she like went on a killing spree, but that she like escaped from something. But other than that, no. It was just as mysterious to me as why she was covered in so much blood.
I don't think anything was going on through my brain when I was listening to it. I think I was just like, okay, let's go. Let's keep going.
Let's get to the point.
Yeah.
Did you, Lauren?
I think naturally, because the way she sets it up, I mean, Ella, I was like, I knew it wasn't Ella like the old narrator, I knew it wasn't her, but it kind of just sets it up that way naturally for me to think that.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
I swear that this entire time I was reading the book, I was like, oh yeah, she mentions Eleanor being Ella. But I guess I just...
Oh, I thought that too.
Yeah.
I thought because she was like, nobody calls me Eleanor.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, her name's
It's Ella.
Ella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at that point, that's where I am. I was like, oh, this is like... I was like, oh, the before, the past is everything that's
Led
leading
up
up
to
to
the
get her
shed.
to this cabin.
Yeah.
I kind of actually, that's a lie what I said, that nothing went through my mind. The Orphan, you remember that movie? You remember that movie? I don't know.
With the lady who was
The
older.
lady who pretends to be a child because she has some type of, I wouldn't call her a dwarf, but she has some condition that makes her look like a little girl.
Okay.
Right? And I don't know why, but that was running through my mind. Like, I was like, is this going to be an orphan situation?
Where she's
like
like
a movie?
an older
Yeah,
lady.
because I'm like, she got a knife and she has blood on herself.
Yeah.
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 Okay, let's see. Back to Casey present day. She is suspicious of Eleanor and sparks conversation to get her to warm up to her and give her more information. Casey notices physical signs of abuse on Eleanor, such as bruises and burns. Casey makes an infinity promise with Eleanor that she won't expose the girl or betray her. But when Eleanor falls asleep, Casey snoops through her belongings and finds a notebook full of disturbing drawings, illustrations of a woman being tortured and killed, along with a hand-drawn map directly to Casey's cabin. She assumes the woman in the drawing is meant to be Casey. Eleanor later holds Casey at gunpoint, revealing that she knew Casey broke into her things or went through her things and broke their infinity promise. Eleanor ties Casey up with duct tape, and just when Casey is thinking that Eleanor is going to torture and kill her, Eleanor escapes the cabin and continues on her original mission. Flashing back to Ella, her friendship with Anton grows. They spend a lot of time together, bonding over terrible abusive parents. Anton's dad is a drunk and physically abuses them. Ella teaches Anton how to douse the alcohol with medication so his father will get sick and stop drinking so much. And then Anton teaches Ella how to pick a lock, which is something that he taught his little brother Brad to do as a game. Anton gives Ella a necklace as a gift and then is clearly starting to show signs of a romantic affection for her. During these flashbacks, Ella is determined to find her father as well. As she's cleaning her mom's closet, she finds her birth certificate and locates the name John Carter, which is the name of her classmate Brittany's father. Ella breaks into Brittany's home with a knife, unsure of what she's planning to do. But Brittany's dogs bark and Ella runs to Anton's house for safety, which I was like, what the fuck is she doing?
I know. You gonna murder them or what?
I was literally like, it cut to that scene so fast. So I was like, she's just in their house now. Okay. Ella then goes to the visits John Carter at his place of work, which he's a professor at a university. But John catches her and can see it's not his daughter. And so John drives Ella back to her home after he finds her at his work. Ella's mom laughs at her and tells her that this man is not her father. They only know each other because Ella broke Brittany's arm when she was younger. Her mom tells her father is in jail and doesn't want anything to do with them. Back at school, Anton confesses to Ella that he likes her, and as he goes in to kiss her, they are interrupted by Brittany and some of Brittany's friends. Ella pushes Brittany for shit-talking Anton, and Brittany shoves Ella to the ground, prompting Anton to punch Brittany, which gets him sent to juvenile detention. Ella goes home, and her mother get into a fight where she's locked into the closet again, but this time Ella knows how to escape and picks the lock. Ella decides to stack mattresses, which their house, they use mattresses as a couch. So she takes the mattresses, stacks the mattresses on the stairs as a barricade, and lights the newspapers in her house on fire while her mother is sleeping so she can get out, and Ella kills her mother and is now determined to also kill her father.
Yeah. Which Anton didn't just punch Brittany in the face. He
was like beating
took
her.
a rock and smashed her face in. He's a ride or die. I liked him, actually.
Yeah. I mean, they were both abused kids, so they kind of just, didn't know any better how to handle situations.
Yeah.
So they did what they knew.
Bonded.
Yeah. Is Ella's decision to burn her childhood home an act of self-defense, revenge, or something else?
I can't figure out the word right now. I wouldn't use those two words to describe it. But I think it was something that I said good for her. That's what I said. Literally, her
period.
Yeah, her mom was a fucking piece of shit. And like also too, like you made what's supposed to be a safe space for a child, you made it disgusting and basically like not a place that she could live. It was a very unhealthy place. Let's put it that way. So you can die with all your shit.
I would say her deciding to do that was probably both. Like out of anger towards her mother, but also out of protection for herself.
Because she had no other way to kind of escape
because her mom would never change, number one. And also, like, even though she never describes it as, Ella never describes it as that, like, that's a type of abuse. Obviously, like, locking your child in the closet for hours on end, burning them with cigarettes and this and that, and also just verbally abusive, like, you're a bad apple, you're useless, you do nothing, blah, 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 blah. So, I was kind of like, good for her, too. She deserves it.
She was like her own vigilante. That was the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Where she sees that things are being bad, but nobody's going to come to her rescue. So she's coming to her own rescue. So it is a self-defense in a sense, but, she took it to the extreme.
I think her ways of solving issues are automatically more physical and violent in nature.
Because that's all she knows.
Because that's all she knows. Yeah.
Right. Because obviously, like, as an adult looking in, it's like, oh, well, like, obviously the less violent way is to, like, call the police and say, hey, this is my living situation. My mom does this and this and this to me. And that could have prompted the same ending where they take you out of that situation. They say, hey, actually, your father's so-and-so. But she doesn't know any better. And in her eyes, she's like, well, my mother hurts me.
Yeah.
So, like, I can do the same. Yeah.
Okay.
I could not live there, number one.
No.
I could never. I could never visit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
Disgusting. Yeah.
I don't want to offend anybody, so let me just leave it up.
You're a hoarder. Everyone belongs.
So sorry.
Yeah.
So sorry.
I just have a preference of if I can't see the fucking floor, not coming in the house. That's just what the fuck it is.
This was also the section with the rotting pumpkins.
Yeah,
in her closet.
Yeah.
Because she was trying to clean them, and that's when she found her birth certificate. But
Yeah. And then her mom, angered that she took the pumpkins that are rotting away into sludge, throws it on her bedroom floor. I'd be like, that's lost straw. I push my mouth out the window.
Oh my God, ew.
Ugh. Yeah.
Ugh.
It's gross.
And she did, there was, because Ella gets caught stealing a lot. There was the one part where she works for her neighbor, I think. I forget what she does for her neighbor.
She does chores.
Yes, chores. And she works for her neighbor to get money, but the neighbor fired her because she found her stealing. But she's trying to get money so she can wash her clothes at a laundromat.
Yeah.
Because her clothes fucking smell.
I really liked when Anton started bringing her peanut butter and jelly sandwiches so she wouldn't
He's very
starve. Yeah.
He was very sweet.
He was very sweet, even though, they both have violent tendencies.
Yeah.
He was very sweet to her.
Mm-hmm. Okay, back to present day. Casey is left alone and realizes the drawings are not of her. She finds a drawing of a man lying in blood and Eleanor holding a knife along with a name and an address. The final location on Eleanor's map was actually her neighbor Lee's house. Back to before, Ella is being comforted by the paramedics who tell her her mother is dead. They ask her for her full name, and it is revealed that her full name is Elizabeth Casey, which we now find out that Ella is actually Casey. Ella started going by her last name after she left her life behind with her mom. Ella is taken by CPS to meet her dad and begins living with him. Apparently, her dad tried to meet Ella, but her mom kept him away. As time goes on, and Ella becomes more comfortable with her dad, she confesses that she killed her mother. Her dad is understanding because the reason he ended up in prison is due to assaulting a man that Ella's mom was cheating with. And basically he says that, sometimes things don't go your way. You have to make them happen yourself.
You have to bring on justice.
Yep.
Or something like that. What's the words?
Yeah. Back to present day, adult Ella, or Casey. She regrets killing her mom and wants to stop Eleanor from doing something that she'll regret. Casey follows Eleanor to Lee's house, and we find that Eleanor actually goes by Nell, so not Ella. I was like, what are the fucking odds? Anyway. Nell is holding Lee at gunpoint. Lee does not recognize her, but when Nell tells him her mom asked him for money, Lee realizes that Nell is his brother's daughter, who he tells Nell is dead. Mm-hmm. Nell breaks down, drops the gun, and says she thinks her mom may be dead. Her mom and boyfriend got into a fight over drugs, and the boyfriend stabbed the mom, telling Nell he was going to pin the stabbing on her, which prompted Nell to run away. Lee promises Nell he will take care of her and be her guardian if her mom has passed. Casey says she will leave to go to the police, but instead leaves to confront Nell's mom. It's revealed that on her way to the house, it's revealed that the reason Casey was fired from her teaching job was because one of her students came to class with bruises every day from her father, who was a police officer, and Child Protective Services never did anything with Casey's complaints. Mm-hmm. She lost control one day, confronted the father, and wrecked his car with a bat. My stomach just growled. Casey goes to Nell's mom's house under the guise of a paramedic and finds her sitting on the kitchen floor covered in blood. Casey takes the mom's cigarettes and lights them one by one, torturing her with burns, and then eventually stabs and kills her. Casey goes back to the cabin and informs Lee that the police told her Nell's mom is dead. Yeah. Thoughts on the twists, I guess, because that's where all the twists are. Well, most of the twists.
So I don't like the middle name or trope or whatever the fuck it is. You know what I mean?
Where they switch their names to the
that's the twist.
Oh yeah, like
she's actually
this person
does
all
this
along
quite commonly, and it's actually quite annoying.
Oh,
yeah.
This is my first experience.
In what was the last one that she just did? The Tenant? Wasn't it that way as well? Or that had something to do with names as well?
The Tenant was the girl changed her name, and then she found someone to pretend that she was her or something
that needed
like
her identity.
Yeah.
It's always to do with switching identity.
It's always something about switching an identity. Okay. Yeah. The boyfriend was, did you read that one?
Yes.
That one, I think, was the name. Like, it was like the second name or something. I forgot.
Yeah. I mean, it's something very simple just to throw the reader off of whatever you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, Casey is a murderer.
Casey is a murderer.
However,
I will say,
does it with justice.
She's the vigilante.
She's the vigilante.
The comment about the little girl that she saw, so she went and smashed the dad, who was a police officer's car and whatever. It's really sad that that's real life. Mm-hmm. That people of a certain title, because they believe that they'll be able to get away with it, will mistreat
their own family.
And that's so sad for those that are in that situation.
Law, pretty much.
Yeah, they can't. No one will do anything about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible.
So you can get Casey.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, when it was revealed about the names too, I was like, it's lazy. The fact that they're both named Ella something, and they both have the same situations. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started to get confused. I was like, huh?
Yeah.
And then as we kept reading, I was like, oh, okay.
I was like, that's kind of a whatever twist.
Yeah.
Okay, last section. So the next morning, Rudy comes back to Casey's cabin and mentions that Lee knew about Casey all along since she moved in. He knew her full name, was asking questions about her. After Rudy leaves, Lee then comes to the cabin saying Nell's mom's death was on the news and that he knows Casey killed her, but says that her alibi is that Casey was with them all night.
Mm-hmm.
I think it had something to do with like the timing of the mom's death on the news didn't match when she actually would have died. Lee slips during their conversation and accidentally calls Casey Ella, but kind of brushes it off. And then Casey asks no follow-up questions, which I'm like, are we not curious at all?
He's like, oh yeah, I just...
like, this bitch doesn't ask any fucking questions.
Figured.
In the epilogue, Casey is homeschooling Ella and enjoying being around Lee. She starts to feel a romantic connection to him, but he has never made any advances on her.
Mm-hmm.
Lee still has a suspicious energy around him and leaves the cabin every Friday and says that it is work-related. After he leaves, Casey is homeschooling Nell, and she finds a photo in one of Nell's books that she uses as a bookmark that Lee gave to Nell, which is a photo of him and her dad when they were younger. Casey is shocked to find that the photo is of Anton. And then finally, we hear from Lee's point of view as he goes to visit Anton in prison. Lee decided to start going by his middle name instead of Brad. Anton has been in prison for 13 years and will remain there for life. Their father beat Brad 13 years ago, and when Anton found out, he beat their father to death. Anton had tasked Lee with watching over Casey after he saw her on the news for wrecking the student's car. He wanted to make sure that Casey was safe. As Lee has been fulfilling Anton's wish, Lee has fallen in love with Casey. Lee is debating if he should ask Anton for his blessing to pursue Casey, but knows that whatever Anton would want, he would respect his wishes.
Because family is everything.
Because family is everything. And that is the end of the book.
Mm-hmm. They have a, what is it about her necklace too? She always wears the paper clip.
Oh, it's a paper clip
necklace to help her get out of the locked closet.
Yeah. Well, Anton had bought her a silver chain.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that was like the first one of the, first gifts she's ever gotten in a while. And then she keeps the paper clip on it.
Yeah.
Because of what he taught her. So then I was like, this entire thing, I was like, oh, so she's setting up for Lee to actually be Anton. And then I was like, oh, never mind.
That's in my mind as well. Yes, I was thinking that he was Anton, but I was like, would she not like kind of recognize him if that was the case?
Yeah.
But it makes sense that it's the brother.
Yeah.
Because she probably wouldn't recognize him.
Because he was a lot younger,
Yeah, and he had a crush on her when he was little. So.
Is Lee justified in hiding the truth about Anton and his family connections?
Yeah.
From both Nell and Casey.
I think because of what Anton always did for him. Mm-hmm. Like, he literally is in prison for life for him. Mm-hmm. So, like, I don't blame him for following what Anton wants.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think, too,
he would feel indebted to him forever.
Yeah, it kind of sucks that, like, Eleanor might never know who, like, her true father is, but at least she, like, has a family now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it might just even bring up more painful things for her, knowing that he is alive somewhere. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And I also feel like if Lee were to potentially ask for Anton's, like, blessing with Casey, I think that he would probably give it to him.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
Likely. Does the ending offer justice for the characters, or does it simply pause the cycle of abuse?
I think it pauses the cycle of abuse because Casey, if another kid ends up at her door, she's gonna go kill that that kid's parents too. Cycle. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, because she still is a murderer now twice, and also for Anton, him keeping his identity from his daughter isn't really resolving it either. It is just pausing it because it's still lying to her, even if it is for her own good.
Yeah. again, the logical thing would be to call the police and say, hey, like, this kid showed up at my door. She's, like, severely abused. This is where she lived. Like,
yeah. Or even in Anton's situation, like, obviously he was fueled by anger, but, like, if their dad had beat Brad / Lee that badly and he was still a kid, he said he was 17, like, he could have called the police on them. But
I feel like with Casey, though, remember, because the little girl, that the reason why she got fired from the school is because she did reach out to CPS and the police, and they didn't do anything
about it.
Now,
So
that's because of the
Dad
title
status.
of the dad's status, but she's probably just like, whatever at this point.
fuck the system.
Yeah.
Which twist changed your understanding of the story the most? Casey's identity, Lee's identity, or Nell's parentage?
Oh, Casey's identity. For me.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that was the main one.
Although I think for me, the more like fun twist was that Lee is Anton's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of liked that it wasn't.
I liked that
Anton.
twist better
Yeah.
than Casey's identity, but obviously Casey's identity was the biggest one.
Right. That was more like, oh shit, I'm looking at all the befores so differently now.
Yeah. I won't do that question. Which character did you sympathize with the most and why?
I didn't with any. You know what? No, let me change that. Casey. She went through hell.
Yeah.
It's just how are you gonna tell somebody to act different or to look at a situation differently when she literally was put through hell when she was growing up? I mean, yeah, just sucks.
Yeah,
She never wanted to be locked up in the closet. She would tell her mom, like, I'm not going to tell anybody. Like, I want you to believe me. And her mom was like, it reminded me of the line just now that, what's her fucking name? The Madam whatever.
Madam Horrible.
She just said, what'd she say? Smile, sit there, and shut up.
Do what you do best.
Smile, sit there, and shut up.
Yeah.
Do what you do best. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say Casey or Anton.
Yeah. I think that, them as kids,
Oh, shit.
for sure.
So one of the ways.
There we go.
Yeah, them as children, I sympathize with the most, for sure. Last question. Did the book's pacing keep you engaged through all the twists?
It did for me. I was quite intrigued throughout the entire book. But like I said, I've never read this before, so I'm not familiar with like her writing style and like the things that she tends to do. So for me being the first one, I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Like I could get through the book pretty easily. Which is why I kind of read it last minute. But I could get through it pretty easily. Yeah.
I like that I went back and forth, past and present.
Yeah.
I like books that do that.
Yeah. I was engaged the most during Ella's before chapters, for sure. The chapters where it was just Casey and Eleanor talking, I was like, this is fucking boring.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, that was The Intruder.
Ratings.
I give it a 2. I wouldn't say this is my least favorite Freida, but it's definitely not a whatever. I feel like there were more cons than pros. That super outweighed the pros for sure. It wasn't, to me, it was not predictable, but I really just did not care. Like, there was no wow factor. When the twist came, I was like, okay, next page. So yeah, I didn't really enjoy it. I felt like it was kind of lazy writing. And I don't like I'm over her name twist thing. She needs to figure something else out. Yeah. She has a formula and like this formula does not work for me.
She's like, let me just do a new place, new time, new setting.
And I'm a big Freida fan. I'll give it that. I know that there's a lot of people on the internet that are not fans of her. They say a lot of her stuff is plagiarized, where I'm like, well, I haven't read stuff of hers yet. So it is what it is. And I also think realistically, who's original?
Yeah.
everybody's influenced by something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think it's hard to be original nowadays when everything's so established.
Yeah.
Like, as far as themes and
Yeah.
concepts and
Yeah. So I think it's really just the play on words of how you elaborate the story that's going to make a difference. And yeah, it's not a fan at all.
flat for you. Yeah.
I gave it a 2.5 out of 5. Same thing. I thought it was fine. Like the twists, I didn't expect them, especially the last twist. But I just was like, the stories, whatever. It was like interesting enough to read it, but it's not interesting enough to where I'm probably going to remember it at all.
Mm-hmm.
I would give it a 3.5. I actually quite liked it because, like I said, I wasn't used to her style,
Yeah.
so I liked the going back and forth, and like, I kind of enjoyed the little twists of like, oh, this Ella is not actually this Ella, but it's this Ella, so
The other
those
Ella.
kinds of things. Yeah, I thought she was pretty good at describing certain things without dragging it out too far.
Mm-hmm.
To where I'm like, okay, like
Like she
I get
just
it.
gives you what you need.
Yeah. She's pretty straight to the point,
Yeah, she's
which
straight
I
to the point,
appreciate.
which I like, but like it gives me enough to set the scene, so I can appreciate that. But yeah,
Yeah.
and I kind of I appreciate the length of the book,
Yeah.
like that it's not too long.
So easy to finish.
Yeah,
And
I can get through it pretty quickly.
yeah, there's a lot of chapters, but they're so short.
Right.
So it's a quick way to like, if you need to pause, you pause. I don't like to pause in the middle of a chapter.
Same.
I have to finish the chapter.
So these are easy to do that.
So these are easy to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll have to see
overall,
what your
I think-
rating of Housemaid is then. Because I feel like
Yeah.
it'll be higher.
I'm
I
excited.
think.
Yeah.
I gave the book a 5-star. I'm looking at my ratings of her old books right now.
The Housemaid and The Tenant. I kind of want to go read both of those.
The
now.
Tenant was a good one.
Yeah.
I gave The Teacher 5 stars.
I liked The Teacher.
The Teacher was
The
good.
Teacher, the twist, it's pretty like gut-wrenching kind of twist to me.
Because she's like a mystery thriller author, right? Are any of her books more like gruesome or scary, or do they all kind of follow this level of like thriller or mystery-ish?
There are
She
a couple.
normally does 2 twists in her stories. There's always there's normally, I shouldn't say always. Out of all of the books I've read though, I want to say, let's see. I have 1, 2, 3. I didn't like that one. 4. Damn, I've read a lot of hers actually. 5, 6.
There's one called Ward D.
I like that one.
That one is a little more on
no, I
like
don't.
the scary thriller side.
Okay.
It's not really scary, but the setting is kind of like a psych ward, I believe.
Yes.
Oh.
So it's like a little, you know.
Did you read The Inmate?
Mm-hmm.
I like The Inmate better than Ward D.
I think I did too. Let's just start.
The Inmate's good.
I liked The Wife Upstairs as well, which is like a marital. I like the marital ones, which is kind of like The Housemaid. And then also The Perfect Son. I think I liked that one as well.
Wait, is The Housemaid the one that's going to be with Sydney Sweeney?
The one that's getting turned into the movie.
It's a really good book though. That's why I think you should read
It's a great book. I'm excited
for Amanda Siegfried.
The casting of Sydney Sweeney is so weird to me for that character.
And she's playing the
especially
main character.
Because I listened to the audiobook and like even the audiobook voice narrator, I cannot imagine Sydney Sweeney
Yeah.
in that role.
Well, we'll see how she does.
But
one of my
The
top,
last movie flopped.
yeah,
Was
What-
it Christy?
yeah.
About the boxer?
Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't seen it, but I've
Shocker.
heard really bad reviews. There's Never Lie. You read that one?
I think so.
That's the one with the couch as the graphic.
yeah, but I don't remember what it's
I
called.
really like that one. It's like a damn. Now I can't even remember at this point.
There's another, Freida McFadden has another book coming out in January
Lovely.
called Dear Debbie.
Maybe I'll read one on my way to Disney.
Is this one a thriller?
The Tenant. I thought was whatever. That was the one before the Intruder that came out. Yeah, I would just read that. And so The Housemaid. There's 4 books. 3 of story wise, and then there's a short story. The short story I thought was terrible. I gave that a 2, but I enjoyed the first one. Obviously, the second one was good, but I really liked the third one. I thought the third one is probably the
Wait, so the housemaid is a series?
Yeah.
yeah. So
That's
it's
the only
the
one she's expanded
housemaid, the
on.
housemaid's secret, and then where is it? The housemaid is watching
It's always the one with like the lock,
with the eye.
keyhole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's the only, I'm pretty sure the only book that she has ever expanded on. Oh, there's the Housemaid Wedding is a short story.
Yeah, it's so bad. It's really bad.
Right.
It's only 70 pages too, the short story. Because it's supposed to give you insight between book 2 and 3,
Okay.
but it wasn't necessary. I would say that. Yeah. But she'd be publishing
Things
out
left and
the
right.
ass. So it is what it is.
But she's successful, and we love that for her.
Yep. She is.
She is. I could never imagine making money off of being an author. It'd take me forever to write a book.
Oh, yeah. Well, when you just stick to the bare minimum, like she does,
right.
whatever is needed, this is all you're getting.
Yeah. All right.
Well, that was our review of The Intruder by Freida McFadden. If you have read it, let us know your thoughts and your ratings, and also let us know your favorite Freida McFadden book if you've read more than just this one. Other than that,
We'll see you next week.
goodbye.
Embrace the instability.